Today I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, bring you a special segment, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching The Comic Hero Show. Now kick that intro!
One, two, three, four.
Welcome to this week's edition of The Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am The Comic Hero. This month is Black History Month. Now, I'm going to touch base on that later on, but for right now, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. Alright, last time I asked, who was the first African female superhero to headline her own series in DC Comics? Well, the correct answer is Vixen. And 4 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their name's been entered in a drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So the winner of the free tee for this episode of the show is Kennedy Burns Jr. from Dallas, Texas. So congratulations, Kennedy. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. All right, here's the question for next time, and this, because we're still in February, and February is Black History Month, this has to do with another black superhero, and that superhero happens to be Monica Rambeau. Now, for those of y'all who are unfamiliar with Monica Rambeau, in the comics, she has gone by the codename Spectrum, even Captain Marvel, and is currently going by the codename Photon, and she was brilliantly played in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by Tiana Paris. This is a Monica Rambeau question, and I'm expecting everyone and their next door neighbor to get this question right. All right, here's the question. In both the comics and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which U.S. state is Monica Rambeau from? Is it A, Louisiana, B, Mississippi, or C, Arkansas? All right, here's some hints to help. The first hint is that this state is only one of 2 states in the U.S. with parishes, the other one being Alaska. All right, the second hint, this state is one of the wettest states in the U.S. behind Hawaii. Of course, Hawaii is one of the rainiest states, by the way. And then the third hint, colleges in this state are Tulane University, Grambling State University, Southern University, Nicholls State University, McNeese State University, and Centenary College. The latter, by the way, I just want to throw this in for free, but the latter is the oldest college in the state. All right, and the fourth and final hint, recording artists and bands from this state are Louis Armstrong, Randy Newman, Trombone Shorty, PJ Morton, Lauren Daigle, Lainey Wilson, Cowboy Mouth, Harry Connick Jr., The American Tragedy, Tim McGraw, Lucky Day, and Trace Atkins. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee on the next episode of the show. Now, every year when I do a Black History episode of the show, I always feature this segment that I did a few years ago that put the spotlight on Dennis Cowan and the late great Dwayne McDuffie. Because if it weren't for them, then the way comics would be read would be biased. But here it is, McDuffie and Cowan, Black Americans in Comics. Check it out. Dwayne McDuffie was an American writer of comic books and television, known for creating the animated series Static Shock, writing and producing the animated series Justice League Unlimited and Ben 10, and co-founding the pioneer minority-owned and operated comic book company, Milestone Media. Going on staff at Marvel as Bob Budiansky's assistant on special projects, McDuffie helped develop the company's first superhero trading cards. He also scripted stories for Marvel. His first major work was Damage Control,
a miniseries about the company that shows up between issues and tidies up the mess left by the latest round of superhero-supervillain battles. After becoming an editor at Marvel, McDuffie submitted a spoof proposal for a comic entitled Teenage Negro Ninja Thrashers in response to Marvel's treatment of black characters. Becoming a freelancer in 1990, McDuffie wrote dozens of various comics for Marvel, DC, and Archie Comics. In the early 1990s, wanting to express the multicultural sensibility that he felt was missing in comic books, McDuffie and three partners founded Milestone Media. The plain dealer of Cleveland, Ohio, described in 2000 as the industry's most successful minority-owned and operated comic company. McDuffie explained, and I quote, "If you do a black character or a female character or an Asian character, then they aren't just characters. They represent that race or that sex, and it can't be interesting because everything they do has to represent an entire block of people. You know, Superman isn't all white people, and neither is Lex Luthor. We knew we had to present a range of characters within each ethnic group, which means that we couldn't just do one book. We had to do a series of books, and we had to present a view of the world that's wider than the world we've ever seen before." End quote. Milestone, whose characters include the African-American Static, Icon and Hardware, the Asian-American Zombie, and the multi-ethnic superhero group called the Blood Syndicate, which include Black, Asian, and Latino men and women, debuted its titles in 1993 through a distribution deal with DC Comics. Serving as editor-in-chief, McDuffie created or co-created many characters, including Static. He would later go on to create the Static Shock animated series. Sadly, in 2011, at the age of 49, McDuffie died from complications from emergency heart surgery. Dennis Cowan is a comics artist and animation producer for Queens, New York. Some of his early work included being a regular artist on books like Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, Superman, The Flash, and Detective Comics, but gained prominence as the primary artist on The Question, a comic book series written by Dennis O'Neil and published by DC beginning in February of 1987. While at Marvel, he served as penciler on the latter half of the Deathlock miniseries, which was written by Dwayne McDuffie and Gregory Wright, as well as on the subsequent regular title of the same name. He and McDuffie and two others would go on to co-found Milestone Media. In addition to being a comics artist, Cowan has served as a producer on the Static Shock animated series and Senior Vice President of Animation at BET. These two men paved the way for other writers and artists in the black community to take on comics. Without them, the comics community wouldn't be as diverse and open as it is now.
Again, if it weren't for those two and then several others leaving and founding Milestone Media in 1993, I don't even want to think about the state of comic books now. Because when they did that, that was a wake-up call to other publications on the way black superheroes are to be depicted. And the comic book industry has only thrived as a result. All right, I really hope y'all enjoyed that segment. And, yeah. All right, let's get to the comics I bought this week. Comic books I bought this week. All right, here we go. First up is Absolute Batman number 17. The Amazing Spider-Man number 22. Batman Superman World's Finest number 48. Captain America number 7. Catwoman number 84. Doctor Strange number 3. Fantastic Four number 8. Real excited about this one. Generation X-23 number 1. The New Avengers number 9. Superman Unlimited number 10. Thundercats number 24. Titans number 32. Ultimate Spider-Man number 24. The Uncanny X-Men number 24. Wolverine number 16. Wonder Woman number 30. And finally, X-Men number 25. Alright, that's 17, which brings the total number of comics that I've bought since December of 1997 to 14,401. Alright, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. And here's a question again for a free tee for the next episode of the show. In both the comics and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which U.S. state is Monica Rambeau from? Is it A, Louisiana, B, Mississippi, or C, Arkansas? Alright, here's some hints to help. The first hint is that this state is only one of 2 states in the U.S. with parishes, the other one being Alaska. Alright, the second hint, this state is one of the wettest states in the U.S. behind Hawaii. The third hint, colleges in this state are Tulane University, Grambling State University, Southern University, Nicholls State University, McNeese State University, and Centenary College. Now, I just want to go ahead and throw this one in for free again, but the latter, being Centenary College, is the oldest college in this state. Alright, and the fourth and final hint, recording artists and bands from this state are Louis Armstrong, Randy Newman, Trombone Shorty, P.J. Morton, Lauren Daigle, Lainey Wilson, Cowboy Mouth, Harry Connick Jr., The American Tragedy, Lucky Day, Tim McGraw, and Trace Atkins. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tee on the next episode of the show. And congratulations to Kenny D. Burns Jr. from Dallas, Texas, who won a free tee on this episode. Alright, this month is Black History Month. Now, Black History Month is when we honor and remember the generations of African Americans who struggled with adversity to achieve full citizenship in American society. And we also honor and celebrate those that have broken barriers through it all. Now, along the way, we have had doctors, nurses, scientists, engineers, astrologists, novelists, educators, recording artists, musicians, music composers, film writers, film producers, film directors, actors, actresses, TV hosts, radio personalities, news anchors, meteorologists, comedians, comedians, athletes, coaches, clergy, police officers, mayors, governors, congressmen, congresswomen, senators, judges, presidents, and vice presidents. I mean, you name it, we've done it. And I can't wait for the next big thing. All right, this is a Black History Comic Hero team. Now, keep in mind, I said Black History. I didn't say Black History Month. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is, sure, we have a month of observance. But Black History is made every day. Any day we get to wake up to see a new day, that's Black History. Any day you go about your life and you make the best of it, that's Black History. Anytime you go out and you make a difference in the lives of others and a difference in the world, that's Black History. To paraphrase a line from the hit TV show Emergency, Black History KMG 365. In other words, Black History every day. Now, if you would like a shirt like this one, you can find them on comicheroshop.myshopify.com for $20, and I will donate half of each purchase to the main headquarters of the NAACP. Now, I just want to go ahead and say this before I'll go ahead and let y'all know what's to come in future episodes of the show, but Black history is American history. And last I checked, it's impossible to erase history. All right, here's what's to come on next week's episode 555. I'm closing out the month of February with celebrating Healthy Heart Month. And then on episode 556, to kick off the month of March, I'm raising awareness of colorectal cancer. And on episode 557, I'm raising awareness of endometriosis. And then on episode 558, I'm raising awareness of multiple sclerosis, which is also known as MS. Now, in the month of March, there's going to be quite a few causes that I'm going to raise awareness of. And because of that, there's going to be at least 2 episodes where there's going to be a mystery pop-up segment so I can do so. So be on the lookout for those. All right, if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome. And as soon as you're done, hit subscribe. If you're watching this on the the East Texas Comic-Con Fans Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. If you're watching this on the Louisiana Delta Content Creators Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. And if you're watching this on the Comic Book Lovers Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. All right, I'm Victor Nolly on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next time for episode 555. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and I am Black History.